Well, one time I got some specifically long strands of nail polish that I had peeled off, and I tied them together. Thought it was pretty cool and thought I'd see what it did. I was actually about 21 years old at this point, which is really sad. Brought it up to the candle that was sitting on a table in our living room where I lived with a bunch of girls, and the thing exploded and lit the wall on fire behind it. It was a wallpapered wall, and it and just started to spread across the wall. And we got some water pretty quick and threw it, and had to pay a pretty significant amount when we moved out. You know that damage deposit that they make you pay? They actually don't give it back when you damage the apartment.
I went to Pepperdine University, and literally the fire came up over the hillside and came down on our campus. I remember going back to my room and facing one of those moments where, you always wonder, what would I do, what would I get and pack up with me if there was a fire? And so I grabbed a couple of textbooks because I was supposed to have a test, and I grabbed my Bible and put it in my backpack, and that was it. And then I remember walking out and shutting the door behind me and seeing my entire campus in flames, not the buildings but the surrounding hillside, with 30 and 40-foot high flames around it, and seeing how people reacted. There were students running with suitcases half full with sleeves hanging out of the suitcases and running. I heard later that one student actually tried to set his own car on fire to collect the insurance. And just these strange reactions in the presence of being surrounded by fire when people panicked. And I remember just thinking how simple it was that all I really needed was my Bible, and I'm supposed to have a test, so I might as well bring some textbooks too. And that was it. There was nothing else that I needed to do or have.
There is a proverb that they say that do not play with fire when you are wearing rags. Meaning that if you are jumping over the fire and you're wearing rags, what will end up happening in return? Your rags will catch fire. The world has taught you so much that you won't be good at it unless you try it, unless you experiment. But that may not be true. You may come back bent in a way that you may never recover. So I think we have to be mindful as Christians that even though we live in the grace of God, even though we know that Jesus is the one who came and gave us the grace that we can be children of God, but we know that we can suffer the consequences for the rest of our life.